Good evening, SFL Nation. We welcome you to Alamo City, where the artillery are waiting for the Florida Storm, who roll in undefeated this season. But Alamo City tries to have something to say about that tonight. The 14th meeting between these two teams. The last two have gone Florida's way, including last year in the playoffs when they knocked Alamo City out in a 45-17 victory. Alamo City trying to get that get back tonight. I'm Andy Hamilton. Joining me in the booth, John Warren. John, good evening, and I'm looking forward to a good game. How about you?
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited to see the undefeated Florida Storm. Obviously, they've really throttled the last three opponents they've faced. I think Alamo City might be their toughest test. I know that Fort Worth game was a tough one a few weeks ago for Florida, but Alamo City is hungry, and I think they're better than this 2-3 record, so I'm expecting a good one today.
Florida sits atop of the Eastern Division. In the South, Alamo City in kind of a muck there with Louisiana and Mexico City down near the bottom of the table. Still within reach is Fort Worth and Houston, so big game tonight for Alamo City would help them a lot to get another victory, especially over such a formidable opponent.
Yeah, it would, and I think, they've got the second most points for in their division, Alamo City does, so they've got a lot going for them.
Kick is away. Alamo City, wearing dark blue with camo, will receive, and they will start out on offense. And bringing them out tonight after the return is the quarterback, Ace Fennick, 8th season in the league.
Yeah, and Ace has been airing it out. He's 6th in the league coming into this week with yardage. He's got to control those interceptions. He's even, 6-6. Hopefully he can get his guys going today.
Was an all-star in season 16, and he'll lead the way along with the two-headed backfield of Brad Jones and Rain Storm. We'll take you through the rest of the offense as the night goes on. Florida playing some man defense to open this thing up, and they'll start with a run here, and that's going nowhere. That was Brad Jones who stuffed in the backfield there, and a nice play by Florida to start this thing off.
Yeah, Deontay Stoneville back in the backfield, stonewalling Brad Jones. They got nothing on that carry.
Go down as a loss of 1 for Jacob and Ron Haynes in our stats truck. Spread look here. Fennick to throw for the first time tonight. Fires across the middle. Just a little bit offline. Could not connect with Yayo Montoya.
Yayo Montoya and Vin Cali are the kind of the two-headed beast for Alamo City, so it's not surprising to see them try to get them going early here, but that was just a bit of an overthrow from Ace Fennick.
3rd down, 11 yards to go. No positive yards here so far on this opening drive. Four receivers wide, and Fennick will take a deep drop. Pressure coming, does get it out. It's a little screen pass, and that goes nowhere. Picks up a couple before Francis wraps it up, and Florida has a 3-and-out to start this game off.
Yeah, Florida's defense has been pretty spectacular all season. They still give up some yards, but they turn the ball over a lot, and their secondary is just really busy. So it's not surprising they've forced a punt on this first drive.
Both teams only giving up 17 points of offense per game, so the over-under set at 44.5 is interesting. We'll see if that holds true. Return here out to the 36-yard line, and Ron Cochran and this offense here for Florida will come out and see what they can't do.
Yeah, number 1 QBR does Ron Cochran have coming into this week's action, and he's just been outstanding. 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's gotten a bunch of receivers going, likes to spread the ball out, and he's got a really great backfield to lean on as well.
Bullet Boletsky is the halfback. Chris Komisak, the fullback, came over in the offseason, has been paving the way for him. Florida 4th best rush yards per game. They'll give, and that's going nowhere to start this one off. A loss of 1. Both teams take a loss of 1 on first down to start this game.
Yeah, and actually Florida's lucky that wasn't even a bigger disaster, because they had I believe that was Bo Martin all the way back in the backfield at the exact point of attack, but Boletsky was able to get away from it, but only lost a yard.
I spread look here, 3-3 look here out of Alamo City. They show late blitz, they back out of it. Cochran stands in the pocket, floats one, picked! Intercepted back the other way. Ron Cochran was his as he threw, and he threw it right in the breadbasket of Jay Mart.
And Jay Mart, that is his 5th interception, league-leading 5th interception now. He passes Evan Carroll on the other side of Florida Storm. They both had 4 interceptions coming into today. And what a pick it was. The pressure caused all of that interception, and Jay Mart was just there at the perfect time with the perfect hands. Alamo City is in business. Huge turnover.
2 big defensive opening drives. Alamo City, great field position to start this second drive out. Fennick has both backs in the backfield, 3 receivers wide. They'll look to throw. Fennick stands, delivers across the middle to an open receiver that's caught down the side. Montana again.
Yayo Montana, just a big target, and he had so much space. It was really soft coverage there on the far side of the field. Once he got around his defender there, just too soft, just laid off of it. Got a lot of yardage on that catch, and he's really dangerous after the run as well, after the catch as well.
That'll push them inside the red zone for the Florida Storm. Alamo City, after that interception, in business here at the 15. Fennick to throw, delivers to the end zone, tipped away and incomplete. Nice defensive play there by Florida to get rid of it, Daniel Wright.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Daniel Wright. Just really tight coverage there in the end zone. He's got 3 picks on the season as well. A bunch of passes deflected. So really, really nice coverage safety back there to be kind of a safety blanket for this Florida Storm secondary.
I spread look again. Nickel here out of Florida. Fennick, 4-step drop. Moves a little bit in the pocket. Fires to the end zone. Tipped away again. Right, once more, working on Montana that time.
Yeah, Fennick is really trying to get this into Montana. I don't think he should force it. He should be looking down to check down a little bit. You don't want everything on these passes. You have a couple downs to get into better field position, but now it's 3rd and 10. So kind of closes what you could do with your playbook, and it's a crucial down here for Florida's defense as well.
3 straight targets for Montana. Will they try and hit him up on 3rd and 10? Both throws have gone to the end zone here since they got inside the 20. Fennick spins, pressure coming, has to unload to the backside, and that is incomplete. There is a flag. Carroll was in coverage.
Oh. Yeah, Calia got there early. That's so tough in the end zone. Vin Calia was there, and yeah, that's he just got there early. That was Evan Carroll got there early. He's an aggressive defender, and they love his aggressiveness on Florida's side, and they don't want him to stop. But that was too aggressive. Gave up a huge penalty there. Gives him a fresh set of downs at the 1.
Tough penalty on 3rd and 10 gives a new set of downs to Alamo City right on the doorstep of Florida at the 1. Looking to throw. Fennick has to roll out of the pocket. Now he's going to run for it. Slides. Touchdown. Safe for 6. Fennick strikes first.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's rare you see a slide into the end zone, but Ace Fennick rolls out. He just had a lot of daylight in front of him. You know, always the threat to pass, so it's not surprising that Florida didn't bite on that. He's not a huge runner. But yeah, Alamo City getting on board first off of that massive Jay Mart interception. Alamo City rolling. This is, like I said, this is better than their 2-3 record. This is going to be a big test for Florida.
That penalty really bailed out Alamo City there. They were 3rd and 10 and incompletion. We're going to be off the field, but that pass interference, John, opened them right up, and they were able to convert from there.
Yeah, and in Florida's defense, they're always going to be aggressive, and so you'll see that on the stat sheet. They'll give up yards, but they also turn the ball over, and they'll make stops and big plays when they need to. So it's not super surprising that their aggressiveness got them into trouble, but they're not going to stop that. That's going to be their game plan all game long.
Florida will kneel this one down deep. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click Join the Community and begin your career or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. That's Simulation Football League, SFL Football, and you can join the community button on the website. Cochran slings this one backside. That one's caught for a first down, and Ron Cochran said, I'm not throwing picks anymore.
No, he just slung that out. Good release, good timing on that route. Ron Haynes, obviously, is just one of the best tight ends in the league. Great hands. Knew he was going to take a shot there at the end of that play, hung on to it. He is the leading receiver for Ron Cochran in this Florida Storm offense so far this season.
Storm 9th in pass yards per game, 4th in rush yards per game. Gone to the air a couple times tonight. Now they'll flip it out to Beletsky on the run. Beletsky shakes one and only able to get 2 before being brought down.
Yeah, Beletsky's had a decent start to his season, hovering around the top 15 in the league in rushing yards. Still yet to score a touchdown. Hopefully for him, that changes today.
Cochran to throw for the 3rd time tonight, fires and completes. That is to Bobby Tarantino, and he'll pick up a couple. We have an injured player down on the field.
That's Bo Martin, who just made that stop against Bullet Beletsky a play ago. Had the tackle there against Bobby Tarantino. Not sure where the injury happened, but hopefully he can get back in the game pretty soon.
Bo Martin Jr. is one of 5 cornerbacks that Alamo City has, so a position of depth collects an injury, but Alamo City will be able to plug someone right into that spot.
Yeah, they will. They'll miss his tackling, though. He leads this corner unit in tackling. So in the run, that's an injury to look at.
Hey, you never want to see anyone go down.
No, of course not.
2 receivers to the bottom of the screen now after that motion from Art Vandelay. Cochran, delayed handoff here. Beletsky buried. Nothing doing there. Nice play on the defensive side by Tina Begin. She read that the whole way.
Yeah, she did. And, I mean, it was just so much congestion back there. And Alamo City has really not let these running lanes open up yet for Charlie, Bullet, Beletsky, and Comisac.
Plenty of room here on the bottom side. 3rd down. Cochran fires. Incomplete. Really threw it. What was that, 4 yards, maybe?
Yeah, you're right. And they threw it right into the congestion. And you're absolutely right. The near side of this field was completely open. So it's kind of surprising he didn't call audible, maybe have someone run a little an out route over there on the sideline because they had a ton of daylight. But be that as it may, and this sets up a 3rd and 10 for Florida. This is a big one.
5 wide, nobody in the backfield. Looks like Alamo City is playing some man defense. Cochran going to take the shot down the field. Rising to make the catch there is Bullet Beletsky. The Bullet's got some hands.
What a grab by Bullet Beletsky. That is just an outstanding play. Just a quick route, just run north-south, get to the middle of the field, and oh man, that was a huge catch. A lot of really good receivers in this league wouldn't make that catch. So really, really nice job for Ron Cochran's running back Beletsky to really go up there and snatch that one.
Bunch at the top of the screen, single receiver to the bottom. They will pitch it out off this right side. Spins once and not going to get very far there. That is the backup halfback, Avion Cason.
Yeah, these Alamo City is really great at tackling. They wrap their targets up and they get them down without a whole lot of fanfare. They are very good at that.
2 really good defenses. Beletsky off this left side with an escort. Beletsky shakes another one. Man, that lineman was moving pretty fast out there to get in front of Beletsky. Good block.
Yeah, and you can see how that kind of developed out there on the outside. They've done a lot of running up the middle, hasn't gone for a lot, so it makes sense to try to test these corners to see if those linemen can get out in space and create some better running lanes on the edge.
But like you said, Alamo City good at tackling, able to clean that up. 3rd and 6 here, right on the edge of field goal range. Here's Cochran, fires deep, and now they're in field goal range. What a catch, Stephen Bush. We're able to go high point it and bring it down.
What a grab by Stephen Bush. That is outstanding. Go get your 6'3" wide receiver out there in space. It didn't matter that there were a bunch of people around him. He could still high point that ball. Got hit twice at the point, held on to it, and that sets up Ron Cochran with a really nice 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Well, John, he was running a go, and he just kind of broke it off and sat down where there was an open spot in the zone. That's a really veteran move from Stephen Bush. 9th season in the league.
Absolutely.
Cochran to throw again. This time throws underneath. Caught and dragging defenders forward is Bobby Tarantino. Just a yard short is the rookie.
How did that get through to Bobby Tarantino? I want to take another look at this. That is unbelievable. Just a perfectly timed scoop. Got right behind, right in front of his defender, was able to make that grab, pick up another couple yards. Now we're set up for 1st and goal.
2 catches for Bobby tonight. That's 2 more than he had coming in. He had 1 catch, so he's tripled his total. Flip out, right side, stiff arm, and Comisac will walk it in. His 6th touchdown, 2nd most in the SFL this season, and Florida strikes back.
You know, it's kind of flippant to say that someone's automatic with how good these defenses are, but Comisac is as close as you can get to being automatic when you get him in those, 1st down and 2, 1st and goal at the 1. These really short yardage important scenarios are perfect for Comisac, and he picks up his 6th touchdown of the season.
Extra point up. Got it. The wind made it a little bit nerve-wracking there, but it's 7 apiece here in Alamo City. What a opening frame we've had, John.
Yeah, and Ron Cochran has settled down. That interception did not rattle him. They were able to get a lot of balance in that last drive. 11 play drive, 3.5 minutes. So that was a big one to get Florida back in rhythm.
Return here, and the ball's on the ground. Florida, I think, came up with it. They did. A fumble on the kick return is scooped up for the Florida Storm there on the defensive side. J.J. Bailey, 2nd season in the league, fell on top of it.
That is massive. And a special teamer there actually punching the ball out. J.J. Bailey there to cover it up. So Ron Cochran, just like that, is in business again, just outside the red zone. This is a gut punch for Alamo City.
J.J. Bailey in the chat tonight, just saw him, made a big play, may have just flipped this game on its head. Pitch out, right side, Beletsky back on the field. Beletsky just going to get a yard, and even that was probably kind. Jay Mart, the man who had the interception, makes the tackle.
Yeah, Alamo City's got to take a breath. They're probably a little bit gassed because they just had a 3.5-minute drive. Now they're back on the field, but J Mart is a pro, and he's gonna be in there making tackles no matter how tired he is.
3 wide, Cochran, plenty of time, throws, caught. Nice little corner route there, ran by the tight end, Ron Haynes.
I would absolutely hate to be in the secondary staring down Ron Cochran, 255 pounds of him, running full steam ahead after making a grab. Alamo City doesn't back down from these tackles and from these moments, but still, Haynes is such a difficult target to take down.
A little Ron-to-Ron connection there.
Yeah.
1st down, 10 yards to go here at the 10.5-yard line. Knocking on the door. Alamo City was up by 7. They now that find themselves tied. Cochran fires, and that one's tipped away. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was tough. He tried to get Beletsky in the end zone. Beletsky pulled in a really impressive catch earlier, but that would have been doubly impressive because he was doubly covered in the end zone on that one.
Four receivers wide. We've seen them throw the ball down to the bottom of the screen a couple times out of this formation there to Bobby Tarantino. See if they do it again. Cochran will fire. Tarantino cannot bring that one off of his shoelaces. Ron threw that a little bit low.
It was the right idea. It was the right target. He had an angle on that. I don't know if he would have scored, but he would have gotten at least about 8-9 yards on that play. but Ron Cochran just kind of misfired, threw it a little bit behind and a little bit low.
Working on Bo Martin Jr. It's interesting. You're throwing it to a guy who had one catch coming into tonight versus one of Alamo City's better cornerbacks. So we'll see how that matchup works out. But Tarantino's caught 2 of them so far.
Yeah.
4 wide on 3rd down. And they're going to play action. Cochran rolls out, plenty of time, fires towards the end zone, and it's almost picked off. The defense almost had that one. Albert Begin had nearly both hands wrapped around it.
Albert Begin, another really great defender in the secondary, strong safety, one of the leading tacklers for Alamo City. Almost had the 2nd interception of the game for Alamo City, but instead they force a field goal attempt here.
This field goal attempt is up
Wow.
and good, and Florida, with the curve there, will extend the lead out 10-7.
That was really close. I thought for a second this was all the way wide left, but it hooks just inside at the very end. If that had been any closer, that wouldn't have been any good, which is wild to say. But Florida goes up 10-7, and yeah, I mean, Florida's just a tough out. 4-0 on the season. You can't give them great field position like Alamo City just did.
Alamo City at 2-3 this year. This return off this left side, broken tackle, and they'll get a couple. Ziggy Hronik on the return there, held on to the ball that time, and gives Alamo City the ball at the 28.
I think that was Adam Jones on the tackle at the very end there. If Adam Jones had not made that tackle, we might be talking about 6 the other way, because he had a lot of room there on the far side of the field.
I have been known to get some exciting games, John, so we'll see.
I'm looking forward to it.
This one's shaped up well so far. 10-7, Florida on top. That J.J. Bailey fumble recovery on special teams setting the difference on the table so far tonight. See what Ace Fennick and this offense can do. This pocket is beautiful. Fennick throws, tipped away. There is a flag. We'll have to check on that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Roughing the passer is called, and Ace Fennick hung in there forever. I mean, let's just take 1 minute and talk about this offensive line. Jamarcus Candy, David Parker, Yogi Barr, Charles Michael, and Jukin Rukin. I mean, they only let one guy get through there, as you can see, and it was a late hit.
Yeah, it was a late hit. He had all day to pass that ball. I'm surprised it wasn't complete. Really good coverage downfield by Florida. But, yeah, I mean, that offensive line has been outstanding, and they've been outstanding so far today as well.
Gives them a new set of downs here at the 43-yard line. I spread formation, they'll throw out of it. Fennick looks down the middle. That one is collected and caught. Yayo Montana has another one, his 2nd grab of the day.
You know, that was, going back to that roughing the passer, is really the 2nd time Florida has kind of bailed Alamo City out. Put them in kind of a rough situation, bad down distance. We saw them down in the red zone. They wanted to settle for a field goal, but nope, that interference call in the end zone set up the touchdown. So Florida kind of beating themselves on defense here, letting Alamo City move the sticks on penalties.
Ron Cochran in the stats truck doesn't like it, and we appreciate him being around and keeping all of our numbers up to date, along with Jacob. 3 receivers wide here. Fennick to throw for the 7th time tonight. Fires, and that's incomplete. They brought the boom on the Florida side, and they were able to knock that one out. Davidson with the hit.
Yeah, Davidson just popped that out right at the point of catch, and he's just one of those, another aggressive corners. These corners for Florida, so aggressive. 9 interceptions between the 3 of them, and Davidson's just a great guy at the point of attack.
I spread, nickel look here out of Florida. Fennick to throw again. 8th throw of the night. That one is caught in there. And the first time we've called another receiver's name other than Montana, it's Vincalia with a grab.
Yeah, Vincalia was the one who was interfered with in the end zone. That was his target for that touchdown. That ended up being a penalty that set them up at 1st and goal. But, yeah, that's his first catch of the evening. What a really good one. Got hit really hard at the end, but held onto the ball. Not a lot of action in the run game, huh? Brad Jones is 4th in the league in terms of carries, but he's only gotten the ball a couple times here. So big pass heavy first half for Ace Finnick.
Why not? One more. 9th throw of the night. Offensive line holding up. Throws caught, and that is another completion. Kenny Hendricks this time checking into the game, and now Ace Finnick spreading the ball around.
Kenny Hendricks just absolutely killed his average because he had only had 1 catch for 39 yards prior to this, but that's a second catch, and that sets them up for 1st and goal. And wow, I mean, Ace Finnick has just been moving the ball really, really nicely ever since that roughing the passer penalty moved the sticks.
Yeah, his average is down to 20-something now. Oh, man, that's real rough. Finnick to throw. Will float one backside. Ooh. Almost threw a pick. It was right in the hands of Tobin, who I think might have at some point played some defensive back in his career, but not able to hold on to that one.
Yeah, Ryan Tobin kind of kicking himself. He's going to watch that tape and really regret not reeling that one in. He's got a pick so far this season, but that should have been a second. Ball thrown really right at him. That was not the best decision I've seen Ace Finnick make today.
Same formation here for Finnick, trying to punch this one in and retake their lead. He'll go on the counter play, right side, adjusted back to the middle. Montana is taking handoffs now.
I mean, Montana, big body player. Why not? I mean, he's good in space. We talked about how he was great after the catch, so why not mix it up if Brad Jones and Rain Storm aren't getting it done? But, you know, they haven't really given them much of a chance. So kind of an interesting setup and play call.
Might be Montana back there again. Same formation. Just call this strong power I if you're new to the game. They'll motion one out. Actually, that's Montana, who was at fullback, who will motion down to the tight end spot. Give, left side, burrowing, pushing, not going to get there. Brought down on the play there by Juan, Mississippi, who makes the stop.
God, that line wanted that so bad. You could tell they were getting the push, but then Mississippi in at the last second to snuff that out.
End of one. 10-7, Florida on top of Alamo City. The Artillery have a chance to knot it up after the break. And right back here in Texas, Florida up by 3, but Alamo City here, after stalling out in the red zone, are going to bring on their kicker to try and push them back out in front. Matt Finnick is on. 4th season with the team, 8th in the league. This kick up and through, 10 apiece.
Well, we had a feeling this might be kind of a prize fight, you know, the 4-0 Storm. They've been beaten up on some pretty bad teams, to be honest, but you know, you got to play who's on the schedule, and Alamo City's lost to some good ones, so we knew something's got to give here, and so far through one, this is a really evenly matched game.
10 a pop, just start of the second quarter of action. This team's only giving up 17 points on defense per game. So if that rings true, we're in for quite a boring rest of the game. But if you're liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. So after that 19-yard field goal, 10 apiece, and Florida will take back over here on offense. Ron Cochran, 6 of 11 so far tonight. That one interception which started the game off. Alamo City showing blitz. They'll bring 2 extras. Cochran finds the open Beletsky, and Beletsky's got a first down. He's got 14.
They really like setting Beletsky out to run this kind of go route in the middle here. And why not? It's worked a few times and worked really well on this play here. Wow, just a nice route behind Art Vandelay, who I believe has not gotten a grab yet. He had a kick return, but hasn't received the ball yet. But Beletsky, that was his 3rd catch. Tough
to defend some of that speed out of Beletsky. Cochran will give it to Cason up the middle, and he's got 5. It'll be second down.
Cason in for in relief of Boletsky, who's getting a lot of work both in the run and passing game today.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Boletsky back in the backfield. Cochran gonna fire. Oh, how did he fit it in there? Stephen Bush collects his second grab of the day as Ron Cochran pulls a rabbit. No, that's a football out of his hat.
It's just a ridiculous catch here. I don't know how that works. I really don't. And Alamo City is probably kicking themselves that they weren't able to knock that one down. But Ron Cochran fit that one in there perfectly. Stephen Bush moves the sticks. He's having a nice game so far as well.
Looking to throw again. Flips outside. And that's Kamasak. He's going to pick up 1.
Kamasak's so good in short yardage situations. Trying to get him involved in more than just those situations. And Alamo City had that one scouted.
Pitch out, left side, Boletsky shakes 1, able to bake a little bit, and he will pick up 8. Nice run, might be the best of the day for either team.
Yeah, I think that was his best run of the day. He was able to break that first attempt, and then Mickey McGuire there carried for quite a few yards to set them up for a much more manageable third and short.
Komasak deep in the backfield here.
They're letting the middle open up for Alamo City. We'll see what happens here.
Bush will move top to bottom of your screen. Cochran looking to throw, flips out. Komasak off this left side. First down and more inside the 30.
It's tough to bring down Komasak, so I like the strategy. They're trying to get him involved in the screen game, maybe get him to break a couple tackles. Alamo City's so good at tackling, but Komasak maybe their best tackle breaker. You could see why there. He just kept his legs moving, got them within the 30-yard line and the first down. So huge conversion there for Florida.
High spread formation here. 3-3 look at Alamo City. Cochran, real short drop, quick throw. Batted around, incomplete.
Cale Giffis almost kicked that to himself, but was unable to do it. And yeah, I mean, it's good that Cochran's trying to get a bunch of different receivers involved. It really kind of differs from how Alamo City, targets a couple of receivers, Montana and Calia. Cochran likes to spread it out. You can see it on the stat sheet. You can see it today.
They're going to send Ron Haynes in motion. Bottom to top of the screen. Single back in the backfield is Boletsky. Alamo City showing a little blitz. They'll bring it. 2 off this near side. Cochran feels the pressure and gets erased. In the backfield, he goes down. A sack there for number 95, Jabu McSlim.
Jabu McSlim, that's his third and a half sack of the season. That was a huge play call by Alamo City. I love the play call. You could see how they overloaded the near side of the Florida offensive line. They just had no answers, not enough hats on hats, and caused the sack, setting them back.
5 receivers wide. Bush going to go from the bottom to the top of the formation. Alamo City trailing. They have a linebacker on him. Here's Cochran looking to throw. Stands in the pocket. Pressure coming. Has to unload. Off the hands of the receiver. Incomplete.
It looked like the right call. We called our Vandelay's name a couple plays ago. It was in and out of his hands. It's going to set up, I believe, a field goal attempt. We'll see what they decide. But yeah, that was they're going to punt this one. But what a huge stop for Alamo City to force this punt attempt and not let them come away with any points.
Low snap, Agrippa going to try and pin them deep. And that's just not going to work. That one's deep in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. And they will line it up.
A net 11-yard punt? I don't know. That's a head scratcher for me. But yeah, when you get back into 4th and 11 territory or whatever they were, I suppose I understand it.
Yeah, Sneed was the one they left on the bench at kicker. Wind, though, I will say, John, the wind
It's a
tonight has been a
factor.
little interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
don't
a
know
factor.
exactly which way it's blowing, but if it's against them.
Sure.
4 wide here. Fennick will take over on offense, and he fires. Oh, last second knock away. What a play there by Ryan Tobin.
Ryan Tobin's been just unbelievable in coverage specifically. He's one of the leading tacklers for Florida, but he's just so good when he drops back in coverage and got his hand up at the last possible second. I thought that was the right call from Fennick, but just better coverage from Ryan Tobin.
Nickel look here out of Florida's defense. I spread look. Florida going to bring in a couple extra blitzers. Brad Jones will pick up 3.
Love that Hawaiian shirt. I don't think I look good in Hawaiian shirts, but Coach does.
I don't think I look good in anything, John. Time look here out of Florida's defense. Just under 6 minutes to play here in this second quarter, first half of action. Fennick going to try and run for it. He's ran for a touchdown today. He loves that slide, but he'll slide down just a bit short.
Yeah, I mean, he got that late hit. He's been pressured a couple times, so I understand why he. Are they going for this? No, they're punting. Okay, I was about to say. Punt. I was like, there's no way. But yeah, too short. Not this early.
Danny Dimes sends this one away. Second season in the league. 6'5" at punter. Maybe missed his calling at another position. Instead, he'll kick it away. And the return will get brought out for Florida. They'll take over here on the offensive side.
Yeah, pretty good field position for Ron Cochran to start. But both of these defenses are starting to tighten up a little bit and force both offenses to reach a little bit deeper in their playbooks to try to get something going.
Single back, kind of lined up short there as Comisac. 4 receivers wide. Blitz coming again from Alamo City. Short throw underneath, caught. Stephen Bush. It seems, and there's an injury, I think.
Oh, that's on Bogey Barr. Ah, man, that's not good for Alamo City. It's one of these one of these great outside linebackers in the league. Bogey Barr, hopefully he's okay, can come back into the game.
Yeah, made that hit there, did Barr, and stayed down on the turf.
Cochran had Boletsky, by the way, on that last play out wide for kind of a screen and had a lot of daylight. So Cochran just didn't check that down, look his direction, but probably should have.
Run, left side, shaken back to the middle. Comisac, first down, carry.
Comisac might be low-key the MVP for Florida so far in this game, and maybe this season, with how consistent he's been. Just a first down, touchdown machine. He's a really important part of this offense.
Comisac, 278 carries all time coming into tonight, over 800 yards in his career. Cochran buried in the backfield, sacked again. This time there, it's number 96 for Alamo City. Robert Thump put a thumping on Ron.
Yeah, they just didn't give him enough time, the offensive line, and that was Tina Begin and Robert Thump both in there. Take your pick. They both got to him at basically the same time, and this Alamo City defense is starting to really clamp down.
Here's Cochran, 5 wide, looking to throw, fires one, laser down the middle, complete to Art Vandelay.
We talked about how he wasn't getting a lot of targets. Now he's gotten a few over the past couple drives. They've been tough catches. Really, really, really tough catches. Nice defense. In that case, he was really double defended. Knew he was going to take a big hit. Still held on to it. Ron Cochran's going to need his receivers to really come down with some tough balls because Alamo City is not going to make it easy.
15th catch of the season. That's third most on the Storm for Art Vandelay, but his first tonight. Cochran looks, fires, one hand! Oh, talk to me dirty! That's the nice hands catch, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23.
God, are you kidding me? Stephen Bush was another really, really tough catch there. You're right. That was the tough hands catch of the game. If I threw my Retroid at Stephen Bush, he would catch it every single time.
I think he could catch 4 or 5 in that
I
one
think
hand.
I agree.
Oh, baby. I spread here. Ron Cochran fires into a lot of traffic. Okay, Ron, you're getting a little too cocky, bud. That was a heat check right there. That one was a little too much.
That was a heat check. He's got a couple really, really nice completions here. Tough grabs from Vandalay and Bush, but let's not get crazy, Ron.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Cam putting in work behind the scenes. Last 10 pass attempts for Ron. He had hit 3 in a row before that last one. 2 receivers wide. They're going to shift one down. Alamo City showing the 2 blitzers off this near side. They brought them. Both times they've shown them before. They'll bring him again. Cochran erased right away. What a blitz by Jay Mart.
That is ridiculous. I mean, that was almost Troy Polamalu timing the snap. Absolutely no one on Jay Mart, just got right through that gap immediately. I mean, Ron Cochran had literally no time to get rid of that ball. What a huge loss. And wow, I mean, this is a really fun drive on both sides of the ball.
4 receivers wide. Single back in the backfield here. 3rd and 14. Vandalay going to move to the top of the formation, racing across to match that move is the artillery. Play action. Cochran stands, delivers across the middle, tipped, diving, almost brought in. It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Bobby Tarantino, and it's 4th down.
Well, that was great. Greg Soto, though, head coach of the artillery, is going to have to be running some tip drills the upcoming week, because that was 3 different Alamo City artillery players that had a chance at making that interception. They couldn't come down with it, but sets them up for a field goal here, Florida. Big one, though. It's a long one with these wins. We'll see.
This kick is good.
Wow.
Oh, slipped it through. That's the nice kick of the game. Oh, I don't think that's a read. Sneed puts it through. 3 for Florida. Look at this.
Yeah, put a Retroid on your foot doesn't really have the same ring, I think. I don't think they'd want that ad copy. But yeah, what a kick. 2 great conversions there for Ethan Sneed. These wins are no joke here by the river in Alamo City.
13-10, Florida back out on top. Alamo City with a chance to counter here before the halftime break. Turn out across the 20 to the 25, ridden down there. They'll have 3 minutes and all 3 timeouts for Ace Fennick to work with.
Yeah, 3 timeouts, and really just they've shown no intention to hand this ball off to Brad Jones or Rain Storm. It's all trying to get it downfield to Yayo Montana, Vin Calia, try to get something going in the passing game, and I don't know. So far, it's been not a disaster for Alamo City.
They've ran it with Montana as well. More runs for Montana than Rain Storm tonight. 1st down and 10. Fennick to throw. No. Big sexy got there. Alex Dominguez back and making noise. That's a loss of 4, and it silences the crowd.
Alex Dominguez now putting his flag in the ground for leading sacker on the Florida Storm. That's his 3rd of the season. Could not have come at a better time, just when Alamo City was trying to get in rhythm and score before the end of the half.
He leads the SFL in sacks all time. This throw offline down the field. 3rd and 14 upcoming.
3rd and 14 in this area of the field feels really insurmountable with how Florida has been really clamping down on the defensive side of the ball and how aggressive they've been. We'll see if Ace Fennick has got an ace up his sleeve on this play.
He's thrown multiple passes over 14 yards tonight. We'll see what Fennick's got in his back pocket. Looking to throw, pressure in his face, rolls out of it. He also is known to run. He'll throw it, though, back across his body!
Are you kidding me?
Montana collects!
In no universe should that have been a completion. I want to take another look at this because Yayo Montana in just getting sandwiched here by two Florida defenders. Ace Finnick able to fit that in there and make a massive conversion. I mean, I said he had an ace up his sleeve, and that was an ace up his sleeve. That was a trick, and he performed it beautifully. What a conversion.
They'll run it out of the shotgun here on first down. That run only good for yard. Rainstorm checking in and saying, I have just as many carries now as Yayo Montana. That's the 2-minute warning. 2 to play here in the first frame between Florida and Alamo City. Don't go anywhere. Back here in Texas, Alamo City find themselves down by 3, driving here near the end of the first half. Florida in a 4-4. Single back in the backfield for Alamo City. They'll throw. Fennec! Oh, little bit dangerous there. Davidson in the area, and luckily he didn't come down with it if you're an Alamo City fan.
Yeah, both these quarterbacks kind of throwing some heat checks in the mix here. I don't know about some of this decision making, but it's if for whatever happens, it's 3rd and 9, and Alamo City's got a chance here.
3rd and 9, dropping to throw. Fennec got all day, fires down the middle, collects, cash the check. Ziggy Hronik picks up the first down and is in Florida Storm territory down inside the red zone.
We talked about this amazing offensive line for Alamo City, and they were just outstanding on this play, buying Ace Finnick so much time. I mean, just so much time. You really have to send more defenders, I feel like, if you're Florida, to put a little bit more pressure on Ace Finnick, because if he's got that much time and room for his receivers to get open, he's gonna convert.
He's 7 of 15 tonight, 8.7 yards per attempt, over 130 yards already. Flip outside, near side. This is a run by Jones, and Jones will pick up 8, best run of the night.
Well, sometimes you run to set up the pass, and it looks like they're passing to set up the run here. Brad Jones had a whole lot of room on that first down play. He got 8, sets them up within the 10-yard line here. So good first down play.
Two receivers to the bottom, roll out here. Fennec almost got buried, just had to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. Man, they brought a blitz. I think it was that corner blitzed, and it was just the right timing for Florida.
Yeah, there was either Mississippi or Tobin. I couldn't catch it, but I mean, it just right in his face almost immediately. I'm not even sure who Ace Finnick's intended target there was, because it was so bunched up. They didn't even have time to kind of run, finish their routes.
He might not have known who his target was.
I don't think he did. He threw it up.
3 wide on 3rd and 2. Roll out again. Fennec to throw for the 17th time tonight. End zone caught. Put it on the board. Yayo Montoya, 6 for Alamo City. They're in front.
Yeah, Yayo Montana just ran this kind of middle route, kind of planted there in the front of the end zone. After Ace Finnick rolled out, it was just the target he wanted the entire time, and it was the target that was open there. Wow, good route running by Yayo Montana, and that's I believe his 3rd touchdown. Yeah, his 3rd touchdown of the season. And Alamo City going up against the Storm. A little more than a minute here. You know, Ron Cochran's got a chance. Kind of depends on what they want to do. They've got all 3 timeouts.
Targeted 10 times tonight, 4 catches, 77 yards and a score for Yayo. He's out in front.
Some of those targets have just been ridiculous too. Ace Finnick just trying to test the limits of what his receiver can go try to do. So really, Yayo has been playing an outstanding game. Those 4 catches don't tell the whole story.
Kick is away. Florida will have some time to work. We'll see if they decide to go for it or if they just run the clock out and take it to the halftime break. 1:08. They do have all 3 timeouts as well.
Yeah, that was Tarantino on the return. He's had a busy game, which is kind of a surprise, but you want to get the rookie involved sooner or later.
Hasn't had a bad game at all. 2 catches, 19 yards for Tarantino. And see what Ron decides to do. They're going to throw. Cochran, short drop, quick throw. That is good. 9 yards there, and the first timeout for Florida.
Yeah, and Gaines is so good at just getting that it kind of reminds me of Jason Witten, someone that is not exceptionally fast, but always seems to be open, so you're always trying to figure out the physicality of Gaines, and he just consistently gets a step on his defender and had the nice gain there.
Cochran, short drop, looks to throw again, fires open receiver, couldn't haul it in.
I said Ron Gaines earlier. Of course, everyone knew what I meant, but I think we might need to change his name to Gaines if he keeps catching balls like this.
Well, that's his new nickname.
Gaines Haynes.
He certainly does gain. 3rd and inches. Should be able to pick this up, you'd think. Broletsky in the backfield. Ron going to try and throw again. Ron fires. Corner route. Caught! Nice grab, Art Vandelay. And a timeout.
Vandelay, that was a fingertip catch, and he wanted to get out of bounds, but good work by Alamo City to drag him down before that, forcing Florida to take their 2nd timeout, leaving 1 with about a minute to go left in the game. In the half. We're not quite there yet. I'm getting ahead of myself.
3 receivers wide. Boletsky in the backfield. Nickel look here out of Alamo City. Cochran fires, and it's incomplete. Man, that one hung in the air forever.
It did. Stephen Bush couldn't reel that one in, and I thought it. I think Willie Bands just kind of lost track of that in midair. Otherwise, he probably could have come down with that and been going the other way.
4 receivers wide, single tight end on the line. 3-3 look, and they're going to shift Caleb Giffis from the top of the screen down to the bottom. Cochran to throw for the 26th time tonight. Fires wide open is Giffis. First down and the first catch of the night for Caleb.
Yeah, Giffis has been a pretty good red zone target for Ron Cochran, but that was a really nice pickup there. Florida's just kind of an efficient, quick drive here, just getting, 8 yards, 9 yards, 11 yards. These pretty decent chunks. Alamo City's defense has been a little soft, trying not to give up the huge play.
Cochran, short drop, pressure in his face! Buried in the backfield, a huge sack there. Tina Begin, 2nd or 1st and a half tonight. Cochran fires, caught, first down though, inside, he counters with Stephen Bush.
Unflappable. What a conversion.
Cochran in the red zone here will spike it with 22 seconds to go. What a turn of events, a sack, drops him back, and Ron Cochran doesn't blink.
Well, to get up, to get his players set back on the line and then convert on that play, that's incredible. That's just outstanding work from Ron Cochran, veteran presence to calm down this entire team and make a play.
In the field of play, 15 seconds or less is too little time. Cochran fires, tackled inside, 18 seconds. What might they do? They could spike it here and then rush the field goal team on. Cochran gets him to the line, 10. He will spike it.
I think he was looking around. I think he was thinking about going for it, but decided at the last second to spike it. I'll be really intrigued to see if they go ahead and kick this one. And yeah, it looks like they have brought out their kicker Sneed to just send this 1.5, maybe down by 1 if he makes this field goal. Interesting call. I think they had enough time to try one, but if he'd been tackled in the field of play, it would have been really tough.
Field goal up on the way, right down the pipes, 16-17. Florida cuts it to a single point for now.
Yeah, and that was just outstanding execution on that entire drive from Ron Cochran. He got nailed in the backfield by Tina Begin on that sack. Called his team to the line to just get the ball out in space to convert on that huge first down, and then had the wherewithal to spike the ball in time and get his field goal unit out there. Ethan Sneed converting. He's three for three on the day. So really impressive drive. They wanted 7. I know Florida fans wanted 7 from that drive, but even getting that field goal is huge, and they'll probably go down just 1 at the half here.
4-3 look here out of this defense. Single back in the backfield is Jones. Just one play here to run. Give Jones. Jones will push forward and pick up 4. That'll take us to the halftime break. Alamo City up by a point over the 4-0 Florida Storm at the break. It's been quite a back and forth battle, John, and I think both teams going into the locker room have to feel solid.
Yeah, I think so too. And both defenses really showed up. I think, Florida's defense, especially their secondary, has been really busy. They've had their hands full with Yayo Montana, but holding him to just, 4 catches on 10 targets, that's really impressive. For Alamo City's defense, they've just been in the backfield against Ron Cochran. Tina Begin's got a sack. Drew McSlim's got a sack. Jay Mart's got a sack. He's got that interception. So both defenses doing some work here, but what a fun game. I mean, that's my takeaway really so far from this first half is both teams kind of playing. This feels like a big atmosphere game early in the season. Alamo City better than a record. Florida trying to defend their perfect record so far. I'm really loving what I'm seeing for both teams.
16-17. Both teams playing well so far, and it's quite the battle. We said both teams 17 points of defense on average is what they give up to the opponent, and it's 16-17 right here at the half, which means that both defenses are given a little bit more than we're used to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But, Alamo City's in a close game again. Their last 3 games have been losses, all within 5 points. So we're keeping it close. They've lost the last few that have been close like this. We'll see if they can get that monkey off their back.
Florida will take over, but not before we send it to Cameron Irvine in the booth for a game break. Cam?
Thanks, Andy. Queen City in Motor City tonight, and Eric Price is given plenty of time from his offensive lineman to find his star tight end, James Matthew Jr., in one-on-one coverage for the score. 14-7, Corsairs lead the V8s just before the end of the first half. Back to you.
Thanks, Cam. First throw underneath, no good, incomplete, and it'll line up 2nd and 10.
James Matthew Jr. for Queen City is having an outstanding season so far, so good to see him keeping his pace going.
Florida taking over here, single back in the backfield. They down by 1, trying to make sure they claw their way back in, and Alamo City could get a lot of momentum if they were able to come up with a stop here.
Interesting look for Alamo City's defense on the far side. Look at that. Oh.
Look, throws incomplete. It was knocked away there as the blimp has made its way to cover part of the field.
Yeah, creating a weird shadow on that play, but that far side blitz by Alamo City, I think got Ron Cochran a little bit out of rhythm. He had a right target there, but it wasn't quite the pass he needed to make the completion.
Blimp making its way off the screen, 3rd and 10.
Get out of here.
2 receivers each side. Play action for Cochran, looking to throw it. Cochran fires, open receiver collects, and that is a first down catch. Caleb Giffis, 2nd catch of the day.
Yeah, Giffis coming alive here at the end of the first half and now at the beginning of the second. That was just a nice route. A nice design, too. He could get around that defender. His defender would then have a little bit tougher time to get around that kind of screen there. And it kind of sprung Giffis enough to get that first down.
Three receivers. They give the delayed handoff. Boletsky. Nice carry up the middle. Picks up 9. Little bit of a look this way, and I'm going to run it up the gut.
Well, Cochran is one of the best at play action, and that was just, kind of the opposite of play action, that draw play, bringing the defense kind of in, and then the middle of the field was just totally untouched for Boletsky to get 9 yards.
Give left side. Komasak erases a defender and is inside artillery territory, crossing midfield.
Komasak deleted that defender. I want to see who that is again. Send them my condolences and maybe a bouquet of flowers, because, oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. I think that might have been Rain Rowe who, they get the smelling salts out for him. It was a massive shoulder he just took from Chris Komasak.
1st and 10. 8:34 to go. Pitch out, and Boletsky able to shake that one. Oh, gets popped on his own. Right back in the other way. Jay Mart with the hit.
Jay Mart having an outstanding game. He's quieted down a little bit in the second quarter and now in the third, but he's had that huge blitz for the sack. He's had the interception. He's just been everywhere today.
And a loss of 1 there. That'll set up 3rd and long.
I think that might have been Rob Foraker there in the backfield. What a play. Set up a 3rd and long for Florida. So already Alamo City clamping down a little bit when it matters the most. We'll see what happens here.
Play action. Cochran looking to throw across the middle, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Was trying to find Tarantino again. 4th down.
Yeah, tough assignment to put your rookie in space like that to convert on the 3rd and 11, but in and out of his hands. Your receiver here in the SFL, you got to come down with that, but really good defense for Alamo City to force this punt.
So Florida will send on Marcus Agrippa. 9th season veteran will try and pin Alamo City deep. They're going to let this one bounce at the 8 and into the end zone for a touchback.
Special teams playing a part in this game. Field position's been important, as well as the kicking game. Florida's got 3 field goals, so you kind of always forget about that 3rd phase of the game, but it's showing up big here so far in this game.
3 receivers wide, split backs in the backfield. Nickel look here out of Florida. Fennec to throw. And incomplete.
Oh.
He's 8 of 18 now, John, and he's slinging the ball around, but making really good work of those 8 completions.
Yeah, he's done a lot with a little. I think more consistency would maybe be beneficial, obviously, but getting the run game involved might increase the efficiency, and they just haven't really started to do that yet.
Yeah, neither team rushing the ball way too much. Fennec throws, another incompletion in and out of the hands there. Tobin in coverage on Garrison Blue.
Yeah, another tough ask for a receiver for Ace Fennec, and Garrison Blue is probably the more accomplished tight end of this group, but they still have not gotten him super involved so far this season, and definitely in this game.
Dime look here out of Florida. Four receivers wide for Fennec, looking to throw again. Pressure coming late off the backside. Fennec throws a completion. Ziggy Hronik down the field, hauls it in.
And that is all because this offensive line picked up a kind of a last-second defender here. You'll see it at the end of this play. Number 98 got blocked at the very last second. That was Alessandro Tamayo, who was coming hot against Ace Fennec, but picked up, and that gave him enough time to get it out to Yayo Montana, who pulled down his 5th catch of the game.
Receiver moving from bottom to top of the screen. Split backs in the backfield. They'll run it. Right up the gut there is Rain Storm. Storm's second carry of the day. That one goes for 7.
Telling you, getting this run game involved is going to only help Ace Finnick. I know they've been kind of running into a wall so far, but they haven't given it much of a chance either. The secondary is super aggressive for Florida Storm, but in the middle, they might be a little bit, I won't say soft, but, softer than they might be otherwise. So run the ball.
They do run it. That's Yayo Montana, another carry, and he's got a first down.
God, what do you think about Montana back there? I mean, they're asking him to do a lot in the passing game, but now in the run game, it's such a interesting call.
He's got at least 6 of the, what is that? 6 of the 15 touches tonight, either running or receiving the ball. Jones, another carry up the middle.
Yeah, I know it's more than a third, and that's still kind of a lot for a wide receiver back there, especially your leading wide receiver. But, when you're a playmaker, you see that all the time in other football leagues. And, yeah, Yayo Montana is that playmaker, so might as well hand him the ball.
Fennec looking to throw, fires across the middle, caught. Ronick there on the seam is able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, what a grab there. And quick decision, too, from Ace Finnick. And Daniel Wright could not break that ball up. And that was just a great, great catch by Ronick, who gets them within the red zone. So really good drive here. Solid drive so far for Alamo City. They were kind of set up nicely. They weren't pinned deep the way that they could have on that touchback punt. So kind of remember that. Could have been pinned deep, but they weren't. And they've now gone red zone to red zone.
First down, 10 yards to go here at the 19. Trying to extend this lead of a single point. Flip out. Running down the sideline is Jones. Jones will pick up 9 on that catch and run after he broke the initial tackle.
Yeah, Jones doing his best impression of Comasack on the other side of the ball there. Just breaking tackles and carrying defenders with him. So really nice first down play to pick up 9, set up a second and short, gives Ace Finnick a lot of options here.
Give Montana first and goal, gonna break it off.
So, you've watched Alamo City's offensive line in pass protection all day. You're starting to see them move these bodies of Florida's defensive front a little bit to get this run game going. So they are cooking right now, this offensive line. Keep an eye on this for the rest of the game.
Give left side. Montana again will waltz it in. A rushing touchdown for Yayo Montana to go along with his receiving touchdown.
That is massive. If this is a sign of things to come for Alamo City, they're mixing it up with Brad Jones, Rainstorm, and now their biggest playmaker, Yayo Montana. What a bizarre turn of events that could lead to some really interesting schemes down the line, and they may be testing some stuff out this time against a really game Florida Storm defense that's been pretty good in pass all day. They've been aggressive. They've kept Ace Finnick to kind of an inefficient game, but in the run game, Yayo Montana coming alive here, as well as the rest of the backfield.
Kick up and good. 24-16 Alamo City on top, and Florida's got some work cut out for them.
Yeah, they do, and it's another long drive in this game, this time for Alamo City. Over 3 minutes, 10 plays. They went 80 yards on that one. And it was balance, right? I mean, we saw some Brad Jones. We saw some Rainstorm really for the first time with significant carries and attention. And Yayo Montana doing everything for this team right now.
Turn here off this right side. We'll pick up a couple there. Stay tuned for SFL announcements on enhancement and new features coming to the progression system, plus the location and details on the 2024 SFL convention. The league is committed to improving the league and its convention each season, and the next level of play off the field, in the pool, and on the portal is coming soon. Speaking of play and the league itself, saw a potential new member in the chat, RLS. Not sure what RLS stands for. Hopefully it stands for Really League Soon, because we would love to have you join our Discord server. And Mike put the link in the chat there. You click that, take you right to the Discord. So hopefully see you on the field, my friend. Cochran throws in and out of the hands of Tarantino. They've ran that play a couple times tonight, John, and we talked about how it worked 2 times, hasn't worked the last 2.
No, it hasn't. They've got him scouted. Obviously, we thought Bo Martin, that might have been a more serious injury, but he got back into the game pretty early there after he went to the sideline. So that's been good for Alamo City, keeping these alternate receivers in check, especially rookie Bobby Tarantino.
3 receivers and a tight end for Ron Cochran. Back offset to the right, looks, throws, and that is caught for first down yardage there. Nice catch on the inside by Ron Haynes, his 4th of the day.
Ron, big gains. Haynes there with another huge grab. Didn't quite get enough for the first down, but 3rd and inches is pretty good territory for Ron Cochran. We'll see what he dials up.
Pitch out, left side, blocking
Oh,
good.
my
Komasak embarrasses a man and has a first down.
Anytime you get Florida into these short yardage situations, you're about to see something spectacular from Chris Komasak, a fullback who has just been doing the most for this offense so far today. He's had these electrifying plays, lowered the shoulder. He had the touchdown earlier. Really kind of I won't say utility player, but so important to have on the field at any given time. It means you're putting yourself in a good position to use a player like Komasak, and wow, what a game he's having.
3 wide, single back in the backfield. Pitch out, Boletsky. Nothing much there. He'll pick up 2.
Yeah, we're going to start to see kind of how both these teams kind of adjust into the second half here. It's going to make sense for Florida to maybe also start running the ball a little bit more, but also Cochran's just got to stop forcing it into tough coverage for these receivers.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Looking to throw, fires quick underneath. That one's caught, picks up a couple. 3rd and 2 upcoming.
That was some Patrick Mahomes improvisation shuffle pass stuff right there from Ron Cochran. It looked like he might have been thinking about something different, but flipped it out. That was a good call, actually. He got a big gain on the play, setting up from 3rd and short. Might be Komasak territory yet again.
5 runs on the day for Komasak.
Good
They give
Lord.
it to him, and he's got it. 1st down.
Again, I struggle to use the word automatic. It's not very nice to the defenses of this league, but Komasak, there are just some players like Komasak that make it look so easy in their ideal situation.
Give on the delay, and Boletsky picks up 4.
We're seeing both teams start to hand the ball off a little bit more as these defenses get a little bit tired into the later stages of the game. It doesn't surprise me that they're going to try to test these fronts a little bit more.
Second down, 6 yards. Cochran, short drop, fires outside, caught off the ground, went down to get it was Tarantino. 3 catches tonight.
Yeah, it was good work by Tarantino to kind of come back to that ball. It wasn't a perfectly placed ball from Ron Cochran, but wasn't able to shake that tackler either. We talked about our Alamo City's tackling all game. They're just really, really good in space.
Give Komasak right up the middle. Komasak! Oh, boy!
I mean, what can you say? You can't put too fine a point on it. Komasak in short yardage situations is just lowering his shoulder and getting the yardage they need. So, it's like that might be the game plan for the rest of the game for Florida. You at least pick up enough to get Comasack in his ideal situation. Those 47 yards are huge, almost 8 yards a carry with that touchdown as well.
I think, John, you say, excuse me, you first, sir. Flip out. Here's Beletsky. Beletsky shakes off one, can't shake off that second wave. They'll pick up 3 more. Second and 7. Might be the last play of the third quarter. Florida really working this clock a little bit to try and speed this game up. Limit the possessions of Alamo City. Flip out, Comasack. Oh, he takes a lick that time.
Woo! That was Rain Rie, who just absolutely flew in there, one of Alamo City's leading tacklers. And he's going to want to take that little snippet, clip it, put it on his website, put it on his Twitter account, because taking down Chris Comasack in one shot is not easy.
End of the third. Alamo City out in front. Florida trying to fight back and keep that undefeated season alive. We'll be right back.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome you back to Alamo City. Florida Storm 4-0 this season, trying to make it 5. Got to mount a little bit of a comeback if they want to do that. 8 points down, 10 to go on the clock. 4 receivers wide. They're going to bring one in motion down to the bottom of the screen. Alamo City going to man up against them. Tarantino was the one who moved. Cochran, play action. Fooled the defender for just long enough, but couldn't quite fit it into the window.
You're right. He fooled that defender so hard. He pulled up at the last second. He had Ron Cochran dead to rights. Pulled up at the last second. Cochran could not convert, though. That was the 12th play of the drive. And now they're going to try to kick a field goal here. This will be 4th for Snead.
Kick up on the way. Got it. Cuts the lead to 5. Florida's
Snead.
Long drive pays off.
Yeah, Snead coming through with points. I mean, Florida needed points. They wanted to get back into this game, maybe tie it up, but even getting within 5 is good enough. This defense has been playing pretty well. It was really only that last Alamo City drive that they were moving really easily. Florida may be thinking they can make an adjustment and get the ball back with plenty of time here.
That one is taking a knee. APM is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Ace Fennick, 11 of 22 tonight. 9.1 yards per attempt. He'll start with a handoff to Jones that goes nowhere. We'll send it to Cameron Irvine in the booth for a game break. Cam?
Thank you, Andy. Wild sequence here. Queen City kicking off to Motor City before the half. And Queen Jackson on the kick return. Jackson is going to fumble. It is recovered by the kicker, Joe Garfield. Andy, if we had kickers in the flag football game in Cincinnati, would you draft Joe Garfield onto your team? Queen City up 10. He just missed a field goal, ironically.
I might, Cam, but I want to know about those wild secrets first before we get to that. Whatever those wild secrets are, that might change my decision. Third down, 8 for Alamo City, and we'll see if Ace Fennick has a secret up his sleeve about how to convert this. They need to get to the 31. Fennick looking to throw. Fennick protected well, will fire across the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete. Alamo City is not going to be able to move the chains, and now Florida will get the ball back.
You didn't have to do that to him, Andy. You didn't have to do that to the booth. But no, that was a great stop by Florida. You could see how Ace Fennick just felt a little bit uncomfortable, really, that entire sequence. And Florida, like I said, they had enough time. They have enough confidence to say, hey, we're going to get the stop and get the ball back and try to make something of it.
He almost said secrets. He didn't. He stopped himself. He had it. Return here for Florida. Spins. Oh, hurdles at the man he spun off of. Hurt Vandelay. Really just wanted to embarrass whoever that was.
Yeah, Vandelay looked like he actually got a little bit disoriented after that spin because he kind of lost a couple of yards. Maybe he lost his balance a little bit, tried to get some of it back. He had some space there. You could see that gap on the left side if you're looking at our Vandelay's back, but Alamo City able to bring him down, but still really good field position for Ron Cochran and the Florida Storm offense.
I'm not going to touch that one, John. First and 10. 4 receivers wide for Ron. 21 of 39 tonight. Still has no passing touchdown. He'll flip it out. Boletsky will shake one and take a ride there. Picks up 6.
Another good carry from Boletsky. He's had a better second half than first half. They're starting to get these runners involved on both sides, Alamo City and Florida. So whatever gets it done, and Florida Storm just coming off that really long drive. This is even better field position.
Tight end Haynes going to move out, stretch out the defense a little bit. He's going to get begin in coverage out there. Flip out, left side. Komasak not having the strength that he's had on the last drives. Jay Mart in there. He's been all over the field tonight.
I'm scanning the Alamo City sideline for a big whiteboard that just says "Stop Chris Komasak." Because really, the past few plays, that seems to be the major focus for Alamo City, and make sure he doesn't break anything, either big runs or clavicles, while he puts his shoulder into some people.
The big white sign says Jay Mart. Cochran looking to throw. He's going to sling it down the middle, offline, incomplete.
Yeah, both defenses making the adjustments here. Alamo City looking really, really good on that one, and Florida's going to have to punt this away.
Agrippa on. Had some trouble downing it short last time. It bounced into the end zone. See if he can't get a better punt here. Has a little more room to work with. This one gonna be fielded at about the 12. Return out to the 19. They'll give him the 20. And that is where Kenny Hendricks will set this offense up.
Yeah, Agrippa's been a little bit off in this game, but that was probably his best punt, even though it was returned into the 20s. So 80 yards ahead of Alamo City if they want to put this game out of reach. We'll see what Ace Finnick and this offense dials up.
Fennick, 11 of 23 tonight, though. They'll give it to Brad Jones. Jones finds a little seam, picks up 5.
Yeah, Jones getting skinny there and getting 5 yards on that carry. Alamo may be content to try to run this ball a little bit more as they tried to establish that in previous drives. Maybe run out more of this clock and give Ron Cochran less time to get something done on Florida's side.
Heavy backfield here. Give, right side, Montana. With room, Montana picks up the first down before taking a hit there, Daniel Wright.
Montana's just so impressive. I mean, he's not going to hit these holes quite like Brad Jones and Rain Storm, but again, in space, you see it in the passing game. He's just really good at avoiding defenders and good in the running game, too.
Give, right side, Jones. Jones shakes one and is able to pick up 6 more. Jones coming alive here late.
Yeah, and this Florida Storm defense really is set up, I think, mostly in this game to stop the kind of wild passing onslaught that Ace Finnick has been known for in previous games. It was really kind of establishing for most of this game until here in the fourth quarter when they've run the ball a lot more.
3 backs in the backfield, 4-3 look here out of Florida. Give, right side, Montana spins and shoved down. They'll make it 3rd and 1. And we'll see, this is a big play here, very pivotal, John.
Yeah, this is a huge play. Florida really wants this ball back with a lot of time left. And if Alamo City they've got a jumbo package in, looks like here in the backfield. So trying to run this ball, get the first down.
Montana does just that and more. Out across the 50, 45, down to the 44-yard line. Big run by Yayo Montana.
That is a huge run. What a play though, that this Alamo City offensive line, it starts with them. You can see the blockers also downfield picking up their defenders, springing at Yayo Montana, who really didn't have to do a lot, just run straight ahead. He has 9 carries for 52 yards, as well as all of the receptions he's had. So what a game for Yayo Montana.
He's the leading rusher in the game for either team. Give, and not much there, a yard for Jones.
But tick, 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 tick. I mean, they're past the halfway point on the field, running this clock out really, really well. Florida's going to have to make some adjustments here, try to stop the run to get the ball back.
Fennec looking to throw. Fennec stands in the pocket, throws underneath, caught. Garrison Blue, that's going to pick up a couple. I was laughing. Damon Simeon said that Yayo Montana's looking like Debo Samuel, which is a great comment, except even in the chat, he can't get the name right. It made me laugh. Love that guy. Love Damon. 4 receivers wide, 3rd and 5. Single back in the backfield. Looks like Jones. There's Montana moving in motion. Plenty of room between them and the sticks. Florida playing deep coverage. Fennec looking to throw. Fennec slings it down the middle of the field. Tipped away. Incomplete. And it'll be 4th down. Nice defensive play, Andrew Francis.
Yeah, that was a really nice defensive play. I question lightly the idea there. I feel like, just getting enough for that first down would have really put them in a nice position to maybe at least put a field goal up. Now they've got to punt the ball because they're way too far away for a field goal attempt with this win. So interesting lockdown for Florida, and they're going to have a chance here.
Kick is away, fielded at the 9. They'll get a yard.
Wow.
Florida will have 4:23, 3 timeouts, but they'll have to go 89 yards.
Yeah, we talked about field position a few times, and when both teams have had really nice starting field position, it feels like they've been able to get close, get a field goal, get a touchdown, but we've also seen a couple of long drives, and this one, I think, would be the longest of the game for Florida if they make something of it.
4 receivers wide. Alamo City only bringing 4. Cochran throws. Almost picked! J. Mart would have just sealed up star of the game if he could have taken that one away.
Yeah, he would have put a stamp on player of the game for sure, and also would have put a stamp on this game. It would have been awfully tough to keep Alamo City from scoring if they turned the ball over within the red zone.
3 receivers wide. Beletsky back in there. Cochran for the 42nd time tonight. This throw is complete, and he finds Ron Haynes for the first down.
Yeah, big gains, Haynes, just absolute money. Just running that middle route whenever you need about 9.5, 10.5 yards. Just figure out where Haynes is, get him the ball.
Three receivers wide. 3-3 look here out of Alamo City. Pitch out, right side, Beletsky. Tried to put a move on. It didn't quite work there. Bo Martin Jr. stayed home along with Albert Begin.
Yeah, Alamo City's still scouting the run here. I mean, even though Florida's got to get the ball down the field, Alamo City not giving up on kind of what really has brought them into this lead, into holding Florida to so many field goals instead of touchdowns. So they're nothing if not consistent.
Give. This is Kalmasak. Makes it 3rd and 2. And if you're Florida, they're taking their time, which is great. But what you don't want to do is have to punt here, and then you have even less time on the clock.
No, I mean, you're hoping for some magic from Ron Cochran and this Florida team, right? Get them down, not give Alamo City enough time to come back and do something. But you're right. If they end up not doing anything on this drive and take too much time off, it's huge.
Kalmasak. Did he get there? Yes.
Ooh.
First down. just barely. That was about as close as it could be.
Yeah, they kept kind of pushing him back, but Komisak just enough daylight to get that first down. That's a huge, huge first down for Florida.
First down, 10 yards to go. Just nearing the 2-minute warning. Probably got 2 plays before that. Cochran's under center. They'll throw again. 23rd completion, this time to Boletsky, who hauls in another one.
It's another just kind of middle route there for Boletsky. He's run that route, I want to say 6 or 7 times. He's been hit on it, I would say, I think 3 or 4. And that's another huge first down. You know, if Boletsky can't get it going quite in the run game, he's been pretty good in the pass game.
First down, 10 yards to go. Last play before the 2-minute warning is a delayed handoff right up the gut for a first down to the backup halfback, Kason.
A smart play.
Man, look at that.
Really
Bar
smart
comes
play.
over. 2 minutes to play here in Alamo City. The 2-3 artillery up 5 points over the 4-0 Florida Storm. I am Andy Hamilton. Joining me in the booth tonight is John Warren. We have Jacob Clear and Ron Haynes in the stats truck. Cameron Irvine behind the scenes. And Ron Cochran's going to take off and run. Ron will pick up 7.
Andy, you said at the top of the broadcast, you get a bunch of good games. This one's lived up to the hype. We're headed into down to the wire 5-point game. Ron Cochran has got the ball in deep in Alamo City territory. This is an amazing finish.
Storm looking to score last. Give right side. Komisak, stiff arm. Komisak fights forward, 3rd and inches. That one might need to be reviewed. Who knows?
That is ridiculous. Komisak with that stiff arm and then gets hit, but hit forward. I mean, he just kind of tucked and rolled close to a first down, but not quite. But this is his territory still.
3rd and inches. He is not in the backfield. He's at the fullback spot. They'll pitch it. Boletsky, left side. Boletsky got it. First down inside the 30. Time now becoming very much a factor. 65, 63, 62 seconds left.
Yeah, neither team using their timeouts here. Kind of, like, and I think that's smart. Alamo City, they've got the 5-point lead. They've got to force Florida into a touchdown situation. So makes sense.
Leading receiver for the Storm is Stephen Bush with 5 grabs. Give up the middle. Kason will pick up 3. Time continuing to roll. Florida a little too nonchalant.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is tough. They did some great clock management at the end of the first half, but this is a little aggressive for my tastes.
Split back Twins on 2nd and 7. Another handoff. Boletsky up the middle. Use a timeout, Florida, and they do right on cue.
Ooh. This is an Alka-Seltzer finish right here. Florida not leaving a lot of time on the clock, certainly for Alamo City, but more importantly for themselves to make something happen here.
Three receivers wide, 3-3 look. Late blitz shown. They'll back out of it. Cochran stands, throws. That is in and out of the hands of the receiver. Art Vandelay couldn't hold on. Hit supplied there by Albert Begin.
Yeah, Albert Begin there to break that one up. Vandelay almost had his, I think it was maybe his 3rd catch of the game, and he's had a couple of really tough ones. 4th and 3. This is huge. Alamo City, again, their losses become 5 points or less, so they're in another tight one here.
20 ticks on the clock. Ron Cochran, 335 career passing touchdowns. Can he find one here? Flips. Bush caught. Timeout, Florida again.
Wow. That is just a gutsy play call. Send your receivers out. Caleb Gifford. Oh, sorry. That was Stephen Bush who ran that route in the middle. It's been tough to complete passes against this Alamo City middle for most of the game. especially for the wide receivers, and Bush brought it in.
4 wide from the 11. They're going to move Art Vandelay to the bottom of the screen. Cochran under center will look to throw it. Cochran fires, end zone, that's caught, and it's down at the 1! Timeout for Florida. Caleb Giffis was a mere hair away from the score that would have won the game.
Half of Caleb Giffis's body is in the end zone, but not the ball. Really, really a good tackle to keep him out of it, but this is Comasack territory if I've ever seen.
Cochran under center, they'll throw. Cochran stands, fires, caught! Touchdown! Touchdown to Caleb Giffis! Caleb Giffis has the score that Florida needs, and the Storm are out in front, and 5-0 is still alive.
Giffis finishes the job. He had that incredible catch at the goal line, could not get in, ran a beautiful route, got right in front of the Alamo City defense there, and a perfect catch in the end zone. 8 seconds left. That is really tough sledding for Alamo City. They're going to go for 2 here, Florida, to make it a 3-point game.
Comasack in the backfield. They're up by 1. They're trying to make it a full 3. Give. Comasack buries. Not going to get there. A field goal will win it for Alamo City.
Alamo City, they're going to have to get into field goal range. They have all 3 timeouts, but this is going to be a really, really, really tough sledding, like I said, for Alamo City. God, what a heartbreaker if Alamo City ends up losing another game by fewer than 5 points. What a drive, though, by Florida.
We've seen Yayo Montana returning kicks. He's done everything tonight. If this is him, can he do the last thing on the checklist? No, he'll go down at the 24. That was Hendricks, excuse me.
You know, they have enough time to get something downfield and maybe stop the clock, but it's going to be really, really close. So we may still be looking at maybe a Hail Mary situation for Ace Finnick if they could just complete something here, get 20 yards down, get down, call a timeout. But, you know, we've seen wild finishes so far this season, Andy, and, you know, this could be another wild one.
5 wide, 3 down linemen for Florida. They're in their prevent defense. 5 seconds left. All 3 timeouts for Alamo City. Fennec going to take a 7-step drop and chuck this thing. Last play of the game. It is caught by Montana, but only at the by Vin Calia, but only at the midfield stripe. The Florida Storm will survive this back-and-forth battle with a 1-point victory that Caleb Giffis collects and scores for the Florida Storm. What a game, back and forth. Just the 3rd touchdown for Caleb Giffis this season. No, excuse me, the 3rd all-time.
That is a spectacular finish, and what a game for Florida to go to 5-0. Listen, you play the games on the schedule. Like we said, their opponents have not won a lot of games, but this Alamo City team, I'm telling you, I know they're 2-4. This team is better than that record, and they lost another absolute heartbreaker here in San Antonio. But give all the credit to Ron Cochran and this Florida offense for hanging in there, making plays when they had to have them. Comasack, really probably my player of the game on Florida's offense, because he just had so many first downs. He had a touchdown. He had so many amazing conversions and plays that put them in this territory. Ron Cochran, obviously legendary player, just all the poise in the world, incredible clock management. This Florida team did a great job keeping their composure on the road.
What a play for Caleb Giffis. What a throw by Riverboat Ron, one of the best to do it, a Hall of Famer in the Simulation Football League, and he shows Alamo City and their entire fan base why, striking with under 10 seconds left. And Florida, the former champions of last year, remain undefeated this season, and they live to fight another day. Well, for everyone in the booth, I'm Andy Hamilton. Joining me was John Warren, and then we had Jacob Clear, and Ron Haynes pretty much flipped the stats truck and covered it in champagne after that catch. What a game for him. Cameron Irvine behind the scenes. We'll see you all next week.